Well, hello friends and family. Welcome to Jim's In Down Gardening and also Bella's Legacy Rabbitry. So today I'm out at the rabbitry. I'm actually in the entryway, or right outside the entryway. Today what I want to share is, I know for me and probably a lot of you, especially in this area, your rabbits are going to start a shed. And I've got 3 girls right now that are really going through a major shed. Melania, who I have right here, and I'm not sure what's going on with Melania. Can't get the weight back on her, and anyway, she's going through a big shed. And typically my does, when they go through a shed, they may go off food. I know Buster, when he goes through his shed, he goes off food. One of the things that I've been doing is doing quite a bit of my breeding now before my boys go through the shed, because I don't know how much truth there is, but they say once the boys go through a shed, a lot like when they go through a period of real hot weather, that they'll go sterile. So before my boys go, that's why I'm doing quite a bit of breeding. I've got 3 litters in there right now. I've got 2 that I bred a couple days ago. Fawn, who's my red New Zealand, and who is the other one? Yep, I bred 2 that day. I can't think. Oh, Mocha. I wanted to do that before Adrian went sterile. This girl is way behind on breeding. She hasn't had a litter since my land. I think it was right around my birthday last year, which is February. So just having a real hard time getting the weight on her. So when they go to the shed, oftentimes what I use is this glove that's got the little pitons on it, and it really removes, and you can probably see, you're probably going to see the hair really fly. I can see it in the camera now. You know, this is probably one of the least friendliest does that I ever bought. Her and I we have got a bond right now. Yeah, you can see how that works. It takes that hair off pretty well. Oh, she did not like me in her cage at all, and you know, I just made it a point that I was going to be there, and when I came in, I was going to pet her. You know, I mean, I didn't force it on her, but anyways, it worked. So like I said, we have a bond. Now, why am I really getting after on this shed thing? Well, there's a couple things. With her, twice she has been bound up since we've had her. And I would say it's because of the fur. She sheds heavy, and she would bind up, she'd go off feed. So what I did is automatically did the Pedialyte, and well, I got hair flying over my neighbor's yard. Whoops. I would do the Pedialyte, the unflavored. I would do mixed vegetable baby food, and I'd syringe feed her. And normally within the next day she'd start eating. You know, it was just getting those fluids back into her. Of course, there's electrolytes in the Pedialyte. And anyways, that seemed to help. Now, the other reason is, I mean, you can see all this hair that I'm getting from her. I don't want that in the bottom of the cage. You know, that's going to be in the cage. It's going to mat when they pee. Here's another thing that you can use. And if you don't take care of it, it's going to be a mess. So, and the other thing, it flies around the rabbit tree, and I don't want that. So, that's why I'm coming out here. It's a fairly nice day today. It's supposed to be 50s. I don't think we're quite 50. But, you know, keep this hair out there. I don't want it in the cage. You know, I want my cages as clean as I can. You know, hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to bring the cages out and really scrub them down really good. Each cage. I've got, what, 36 cages in there. Each cage will come out vacuumed, washed, pressure washed, sanitized. I'll probably go about painting them again. In fact, her cage, the urine guard that I've got, there's a few places where it's rusting, so I'll sand that down real good, get a fresh coat of paint on it, just so that they look good. Good girl. Yes, she is. You know, I've had this girl for 3 years. I don't know how old she was when I got her, and I knew she'd had babies. So, you know, probably her having babies is over with now. But she's going to be a hard one to part with. You know, it's hard when you work to make a rabbit who was almost unworkable, being able to work with her. You know, there's that bond. And she is one that she kind of looks forward to being pet now, made of. Good girl. No, it's hard when you lose any. You know, I lost Rex, who was the first boy that I got. He was my red New Zealand buck. I got him. I got Sugar. And then our indoor bunny, Satin. Couldn't believe the other day, Leanna came down, said, "Good morning, Satan." It's like, where did that come from, honey? Anyways. Yeah, so, you know, like I said, for a lot of people, your rabbits are going to probably be starting a shed if they haven't already. And, you know, if you're comfortable bringing them out, you know, if it's an animal you don't have to worry about escaping from you, probably best to do it outside. Probably hear the birds in the background. I'm sure they'll gather up a lot of this hair, use it for nests, because some of them will be laying eggs here before long. You know, if in your cages, you know, when they start shedding, try to clean that hair up as soon as you see it. Get it out of those cages. You don't want your cages matting up with hair. It's not fun. Not fun. So, for those of you that are working in your garden, behind me is my garden. Now, I've got a 16-foot trailer there. You can see that there's snow up over the trailer. So, I have probably got now about a 10-foot bank where most of the snow gets snow blowed in the front of from the driveway. It goes into the front of the yard. Anyways, there's a good probably 10-foot snow bank there. And normally it's May 1st when the last snow leaves my front yard. And I'm thinking long as we don't get major snow now and through April, I think it will be gone earlier this year, which will make me happy. You're already looking better, honey. Yeah. Oh, she was looking terrible this morning. And I said, after I get done delivering my sermon message today, that I was going to come out and work with her. Daisy needs to be done. Baby's looking terrible. And like I said, I don't like all that hair in the cages. You know, I don't want my girls and my boys peeing and pooping all over that, because it makes a mess of the cage. It's not healthy for them. So, and I like spending time with them. I like this brushing. Like I said, this is not how this used to go with her. Easy, good girl. In fact, there were times she was a biter. Now, if she's going to start nipping, it's when I stop. But like I said, I probably won't breed her back unless she makes an amazing change. You can see there's her 2 hip bones, and I mean, I can feel them, and I don't like that. This is not what this girl usually looks like. You know, she's a smaller girl. You know, always been on the thinner side, and I like to keep my does. I don't want my does fat. Like when I show everybody how to feel, you know, you want to feel this backbone, and hers are showing way too much. Her hips are showing. She's been on 18% grain for a while. She's been getting sunflower seeds. There's a few other things that I could do. In fact, I checked into Calf Manor a couple weeks ago, and good girl. The biggest bag I could get was a 50-pound bag. I don't know how well that will keep, and I don't use a lot of that. Let me turn around. You turn around and let everybody see how beautiful you are. She is a pretty doe. Yeah, she is a pretty doe. So I just thought I'd share that with you. Okay, all right. Let me just cuddle with you. I just thought I'd share that with you. You know, as far as no bite, don't bite, don't bite. Easy thing. I just want to look down here. You know, keep your rabbitry clean. You know, like I said, when your does and your bucks start shedding, keep after it. Get that hair off them. You know, keep it out of the cage. Keep it out of your rabbitry. You know, if you run fans in there, it's all going to go and blow down to, you know, wherever the fan's blowing to. You're going to have it all over. You know, usually my rabbitry gets swept out a couple times a day at least. You know, definitely after I clean my trays out, my rabbit trays, it's cleaned. I can't wait till it warms up and I can use the pressure washer on those again. I've been doing it all inside there, and it's just not a whole lot of room to work with when I'm doing that. And I can't get them as clean as when I bring them out here. So, yeah. You know, hopefully I'm going to get a lot more videos out there now. You know, hopefully get back to doing the 2 videos on the rabbits a week. sharing, starting my plants. I'm hoping that I can video when I'm out in the garden working. Gardens, I've got quite a few. You know, teach you some of the things that I do up here. Might not necessarily work in North Carolina or Washington State or Texas. You know, you guys have a totally different climate than we have up here. A lot longer growing season. Easy, sweetheart. Easy. Just pay attention to me then. You know, and a lot of things you probably have already done, you know, because of your season. But, you know, maybe some of those tips and tricks that I share, you can use for next year. You know, you can either go back to the video and oh, Jim said that this worked for him. Maybe I'll try it. You know, or take notes if that's whatever works for you. You know, my whole thing is I'd like to see more people raise their own food. Oh, big girl. You know, whether it's vegetables, fruits. I don't do a whole lot of fruit. I've got 2 apple trees. Usually whatever apples we get out of them, Leanna slices and dehydrates, and they go to the bunnies. The 7 o'clock at night treat. I've got 2 peach trees, and they're both young. We did get a couple peaches out of the one. My neighbor, and besides the point, it's all good. You know, so I don't share a whole lot with that. In fact, I've got to get after my apple tree and trim that. Usually February or March is when you do that. You trim it, and I want to do 2 things. I want to get it trimmed because it needs to, but the other thing is the rabbits love the apple wood, and it's good for them, so it'll give them something to chew on. So I'll probably do that this week. Oh, sweetheart. Good girl. So, for those that are looking to get into raising rabbits, you know, if you have comments or questions, please, you know, add them there. Show me, you know, tell me what it is that you'd like to see, and if it works out that I can do that, I'll do that. I may do some live streams here in the rabbitry if I've got enough signal on the phone to do that with. I might start doing that. Pretty girl. So, friends, love you. God bless you. Have a safe and blessed week.